What's going on, guys? I'm Cameron.
Jordan.
And we're Attack on Anime, here to bring you the final, oh my god, this is depressing to say, the final episode of Erased. This is going to be our final review on Erased, and we're just pretty much going to be giving all our thoughts on, like, the ending as a whole, and overall what we thought of the entire anime now that we're at the final episode of it. And this episode, every episode manages to keep me on my toes. Even though it's the end, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what was going to happen.
Yes.
And it turns out, one, we know my theory was wrong, thank God, because it wasn't all in Satarou's manga. It was all real. And just another thing I was wrong about is I thought at least one of them, between Yashiro or Satarou, was going to die, and neither of them died, even though they gave us the biggest scare. But we start this episode by finding out that Satarou attained his memories when Kaio came to visit. When Kaio came to visit and he touched the baby's hand, he made that connection through through Kaio saying, oh, thank you for saving me, and then he starts slowly remembering. But we see that Kenya is so perceptive still, even more so as an adult, because he immediately was called Satarou on his BS. He was just like, you remember, don't you? And I was just like, Kenya, how do you even know? Like, dude didn't even give any hints. He just said, no, you remember. You remember, Satarou.
He is a lawyer.
Yeah, but just seeing all that come to fruition, and they say, like, Satarou, like, you were our hero as a kid because you were fighting against something that we didn't even know existed, and now we want to help you finish it off. Like, you need to let us help you. And Satarou was just like, alright, I can accept help from my friends. Like, these are my closest friends. I can accept their help.
Exactly. So when they get to the roof and Satarou just looks at Yashiro and tells him, I have my memories back. That scene just made my heart just explode. I was like, oh, what's going to happen? Because I'm like, this confrontation, like, I was waiting for this moment for so long. And, like, he finally gets to confront the killer face to face. He just goes into telling him, like, yeah, I know your future. You can't kill me. I've always been one-upping you. Satarou to Yashiro was like that itch you just can't scratch. Like, it's just, not even with the ultimate back scratcher. He was just always thwarting his plan, like, ruining his plans every chance he gets. He saved Hayo. He saved Hiromi. He saved all the, like, everywhere the Yashiro was, Satarou was there. And he was just trying to figure out, like, I waited 15 years to finally, like, ask you, how did you know everything? How did you know where I was going to be at?
I thought that was crazy, too, because when he's telling him about he waited 15 years, not only was he waiting 15 years, he was visiting Satarou.
And he could have killed him at any point.
He had the razor when he was shaving his face. He thought about cutting his neck. You could tell he was thinking about doing it. But he was just like, no. I have to know.
He can't kill him because, honestly, that's what Satarou figured out. He's like, you can't kill me. Like, you need me to survive or you would die, because they have some weird connection where Satarou actually gave Yashiro purpose. Something with serial killers gives them motivation to kill. If they're not motivated to do it, they won't. Because I think he even admitted that, yeah, I haven't done anything like in 15 years. Like, it feels so good to be alive. Like, trying to get back in action by trying to kill Yumi, the cancer patient.
Yeah, he was going to frame Satarou for killing that little girl. And, like, because last week I remember saying, I was just like, okay, how does he expect to kill Satarou and get away with it? He was going to frame him for Kumi's murder, and then frame it like, oh, he went on the roof and killed himself because he couldn't handle the stress. I still don't think that would have flew, because it's just like, he could still barely walk, so he willed himself to the roof and then just threw himself off. But I just didn't think that was plausible. But I still like the fact that they added in that little explanation of what Yashiro's full plan was to get off scot-free again.
I just want to figure out, how did he think so far in advance to have them, like, meet at the bottom of the roof, though? Like,
yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, he was just like, so you knew he was going to take you to the roof and try to throw you off the roof, so you told Kenya to be at the bottom with the pull-out thing. And I'm just like, I didn't fully understand that, but I was just like, thank God he didn't actually fall. Because when Yashiro let go, I was like, bro, if Satarou dies right now, I won't be able to contain myself.
I didn't know what was going to happen at that point. Like, I knew, like, Kenya or his mom was going to save him. I just didn't know how. And then when I saw that, I was like, wait, they're either going to catch him or he's going to go into a race mode again, or I don't know. Like when he's saying like when he admitted everything, like I saw, like you killed my mom here, you killed all my friends already, but this time I won. I was like, man, that's such a defining moment in Satarou's like a race history right there. Like that was a legend. That was a great little speech he gave too, and that wink he gave him at the end when he fell off and like. That was so, like, classic right there.
I love how Yashiro just started laughing. I was like, dude. Also, I noticed this week that the opening went back to being, like, normal, how it was. Like, with Yuki sitting in the jail cell and Satoru was back in the opening. And I was just like, all right, so what's about to happen? I thought this was going to be the moment where Satoru, like, died. Because I thought, okay, they're going to throw him back in to throw everybody off. But he didn't die. He landed on the pull-out, blow-up thing, and Yashiro obviously went to jail. I love the ending after the credits where they start showing, like, everybody's together. Like, they even show Aya show up in the restaurant to have dinner with all of them. I was just like, man, this is such a complete ending. And seeing Satoru finally complete his dream of becoming a manga artist.
Yes.
A successful manga artist nonetheless. Like, getting his own anime. It was just too much to handle. And then the end, when we finally see Irie, because that was the only person from the original timeline we hadn't even seen. We even saw the manager for a brief second, but we didn't see Irie until the very, very end. And seeing her pop up, I'm just like, man, Satoru and Irie, like, when she gets of age, they have to get together. Since he couldn't have Kaio, they have to get together.
You know, I was always team Hayo and Satoru, but you know what? I don't mind Irie, you know what I'm saying? I do not mind that. And I'm glad that Satoru got the girl at the end. I mean, he didn't really get her yet, but it's implied that they're going to have some type of connection together. And that was a perfect way to end it off. Like, that was a great ending. He caught the killer, saved his mom, saved Hayo, saved the other two victims.
Even seeing Yuki as an old man, oh my god. I was just
got Yuki out of jail, exactly.
Yes, like, he fixed everything.
Completed his dreams of being a successful manga artist, and he got the girl. Perfect way to end the anime.
It's like, if they had enough content to come up with a season 2, I would definitely appreciate a season 2. A lot of people probably wouldn't because they're just like, but he completed his mission at the end and he can't revival anymore. But it's just like, if that weren't the case, I feel like they had enough content to keep it coming. I would greatly appreciate it.
Well, we saw that butterfly at the end, so that's significant. They still never explained how he got his power, what that butterfly represents.
I was kind of, I guess that's only my real complaint is that they never really explained how he got his power. Because that was
there's going to be a season 2.
But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on this anime as a whole now that it's finally over. And don't forget about the spin-off novel that comes out. I believe that drops next week. But yeah, guys, until next time, peace.